자, 그러면 12월 19일 월요일 모닝 헤드라인스 조지현 뉴스캐스터와 함께 시작합니다.
Heavy snowfall caused flight cancellations, passenger ship suspensions, and a series of road accidents in the southern provinces of Jeju and Jeolla on Sunday.
어제 제주와 호남에 폭설이 내려 항공기와 여객선 운항이 중단되고 교통사고도 잇따랐습니다.
Japan has adopted a new national security strategy that includes plans to develop a counterstrike capability, veering from its pacifist constitution.
일본은 기존의 평화헌법 노선에서 벗어나 자국의 반격 능력 보유 내용이 포함되도록 국가안보전략 문서를 개정했습니다.
In India, dozens of people have reportedly died and multiple others have been left blind after drinking bootleg alcohol.
인도에서 밀주를 마시고 수십 명이 사망하거나 시력을 잃는 참사가 발생한 것으로 알려졌습니다.
A huge cylindrical aquarium housing about 1,500 exotic fish has burst at a hotel in the German capital Berlin, flooding streets and injuring 2 people.
독일 베를린의 한 호텔에서 약 1,500마리의 열대어가 살고 있던 원통형의 초대형 수족관이 터졌습니다. 이 사고로 주변 도로가 물에 휩쓸리고 2명이 다쳤습니다.
Argentina have won the 2022 World Cup after beating France on penalties in what is being described as one of the greatest finals in the tournament's history.
역대급으로 묘사되고 있는 2022 카타르 월드컵 결승전에서 아르헨티나가 승부차기 끝에 프랑스를 꺾고 우승했습니다. And those are our headlines today.
Morning Headline Expressions.
From the headlines today, let's look at the expressions suspension, first of all.
Yes, if you have something that is suspended, it means that it's temporarily canceled or put on hold. It can also mean that something is hanging from the ceiling.
Sure.
But in our case, it meant that heavy snowfall caused passenger ship suspensions, meaning that the ships had been canceled for the operations.
그렇죠. 자, 뭔가 중단이 됐을 때 suspended 쓸 수 있고 학생의 경우에는요. 이러면 안 되겠지만 이제 정학을 당할 때 be suspended라는 표현을 쓸 수 있습니다. 참고로 퇴학을 당하는 건 be expelled.
That's right.
이렇게 표현하죠. 자, 그런 의미가 있고 아니면은 뭔가 천정에서 매달려 있는 것을 이제 묘사할 때 this is a suspended I don't know, lighting fixture or something. 이렇게 suspend 다양하게 쓸 수 있는데 in this case, of course, it means that not flights, but
Ship operations.
Yes, passenger ship operations were suspended. The next expression was veer.
Yes. Veer is to change direction abruptly or suddenly. So Japan has adopted a new national security strategy veering from its pacifist constitution. So previously, Japan had this peaceful constitution in which they thought that any type of war or counterstrike was unjustifiable.
Yeah.
However, they have changed their stance, saying that if a country does anything to provoke their peace, they will strike back.
Exactly. To veer, that means to change course. 방향을 바꾼다. So Japan has veered from its pacifist constitution where it was, mostly peaceful.
Yes.
And it did not constitute striking first, it still doesn't strike first,
Yes.
but it's now saying it will counterstrike if another country strikes first.
Yes.
The next expression is bootleg.
Bootleg is used for illegal. However, any type of product that is illegal in the case of software or in this case, liquor products.
Yeah, exactly. 뭐 불법이나 해적판 얘기할 때 bootleg 쓸 수 있는데요. bootleg, bootleg. 여기서는 밀주, bootleg alcohol을 말하고 있습니다. So in this particular state where so many people have died, you mentioned it was a dry state.
That's right.
So they're not allowed to sell alcohol in this state. And so people have been illegally buying this bootleg alcohol, and now people have ended up dying. Very sad news indeed. The next expression is cylindrical.
Cylindrical, meaning that it is kind of like a cylinder. So a cylinder is something from, when you look at it from the top, it's a circle, but it goes straight down in the same form of a circle all the way down. So it's kind of like a straight circle all the way down to the bottom.
실린더형이다. 예, 원통형이다. 이런 뜻이죠. A cylindrical aquarium that's about 16 meters high, massive aquarium in a hotel in Berlin ended up bursting. Yeah. So all the fish have died. 2 people were injured, and the water just flooded out onto the streets.
1 million liters of water.
Yeah, indeed. The final expression in our sports news was penalties.
Yes, penalties, short for penalty shootouts. Argentina have won the 2022 World Cup after beating France on penalties. So a penalty shootout is when you go after the actual match, and if it ends up in a tie, then you go into the penalties and you shoot towards the goal one by one.
Right.
And that's a penalty shootout.
Exactly. For this particular final match, there was the 90-minute match and then 30 minutes of extra time.
Yes.
And then they went into the penalties.
Yes.
At the end of which, Argentina won.
That's right.
네, 승부차기, penalty shootout라고 합니다. 이렇게 오늘 헤드라인에 나오는 표현들 리뷰해봤어요. 모닝 헤드라인 익스프레션스는 오디오와 학당과 유튜브에서 무료로 다시 듣기 하실 수 있습니다.